first edition of the Metro Council Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. I do detect a quorum, so we will begin the meeting. We will start with a resolution consent agenda, and I will start with these three items on the consent agenda, and please feel free to pull those off if there's anyone you want to come off consent. Item 2, RS 2022-1843, RS 2022-1844, and RS 2022-1846 will be on consent. Does anybody need to pull any of those three items before I read the captions? Seeing none, I'll start reading the captions. RS 2022-1843, Roten and other sponsors approves an application for a transportation alternatives program grant from the Tennessee Department of Transportation to the Metro Nashville Department of Transportation and Multimodal Infrastructure. From now on, I will refer to that as NDOT, to ensure safety and active transportation by providing walking facilities that feel safe, comfortable, inviting, and useful. RS 2022-1844 approves an application for a railroad crossing elimination grant from the United States Department of Transportation to NDOT to conduct a planning project study to evaluate alternatives to improve the local rail and highway infrastructure to enhance rail safety. RS 2022-1846, Roten and other sponsors approves an application for the recycling rebate grant from the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation to the Metro Department of Water and Sewage Services to fund the purchase of curbside recycling carts. Does any of those three need to come off consent? I don't see any, so any comments about this? Any debate? All right, all in favor of the consent agenda, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. Consent agenda passes. Let's go back to the first resolution, RS 2022-1578, Sledge, Allen, Withers, and others sponsors, approves a participation agreement between Metro Water Services and 1302 Pillow Street LLC to provide public water service improvements for Pillow Street's proposed development as well as other existing properties in the area. I've got a request to defer one meeting per Rule 43, so this would be done by rule? Yes. All right, so this is deferred by rule, so we will just defer this by rule and move on to the bills on second reading. All right. So I'll go over the consent agenda by number, and let me know if any of these need to be pulled off. BL 2022-1512, 1513, 1514, 1515, 1516, 1517, 1518, 1519, 1520, 1521, 1522, 1523, and 1524. Do any of those need to come off consent? Seeing none, I'll read the captions. BL 2022-1512, Toombs and other sponsors authorizes Metro government to abandon existing public stormwater drainage easement rights for a property located at 281 Cumberland Bend, also known as the Presley Apartments. BL 2022-1513, Young and other sponsors authorize Metro government to accept temporary and permanent easements to the Tenon Road Stormwater Improvement Project for two properties located at 2237 and 2245 Tenon Road. BL 2022-1514, Welsh and other sponsors authorizes Metro government to accept permanent and temporary easements for the Radnor Street Stormwater Improvement Project for 9 properties located on Radnor Street, Morton Avenue, and Timmons Street. BL 2022-1515, Withers and other sponsors authorizes Metro government to accept permanent and temporary easements for the Edge Moore Drive Stormwater Improvement Project for 4 properties located on Creekview Drive. BL 2022-1516, Parker and other sponsors authorizes Metro government to abandon existing public water main and to accept new public water main for property located at 2525 Gallatin Avenue, also known as Rofale Plaza. BL 2022-1517, Welsh and other sponsors, authorizes Metro government to abandon existing public water main and to accept a new water main for property located at 423D Veritas Street. BL 2022-1518, Withers and other sponsors, authorizes Metro government to accept a new public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 3 properties located on Sunset Road in Williamson County, also known as Thunder Drive Subdivision. BL 2022-1519, Toombs and other sponsors, authorizes Metro government to accept new water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 5 properties located on West Trinity Lane. BL 2022-1520, Bradford and other sponsors, authorizes Metro government to abandon the existing public water main and to accept a new public water main for property located at 1 Terminal Drive, also known as Sky Harbor Hangars. BL 2022-1521, Sledge and others sponsors, authorizes Metro government to accept a new public sanitary sewer main and sanitary sewer manholes for properties located at 1206B First Avenue to South, also known as Trimble Street Cottage Homes. BL 2022-1522, Roberts and other sponsors, authorizes Metro government to accept new sanitary main and sanitary sewer manhole for property located at 812 45th Avenue North. BL 2022-1523, Taylor and other sponsors, authorizes Metro government to accept the relocation of a public fire hydrant assembly for property located at 3220 Charlotte Avenue. BL 2022-1524, Toombs and other sponsors, authorizes Metro government to accept new sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for property located at 2236B Whites Creek Pike. And that's the end of the consent agenda. Do any of these items need to be pulled off consent? Seeing none, I'm sorry. Councilmember Young has moved approval of the consent agenda. I hear a second. All in favor of the consent agenda? Any opposed? The consent agenda passes. We have one other bill on second reading on the agenda today, and that is BL 2022-1449, O'Connell and others sponsors, creates Chapter 2.153 of the Metro Code, establishing a Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Commission, and there does appear to be a proposed amendment. Councilman O'Connell, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Had a very good conversation with not just NDOT, but also stakeholders who have participated in the past on what used to be our Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee until this term, and also the administration. I think where we are right now is what I'd like to ask colleagues to do here. Let me just do this, and if you'll come back to me for a brief comment, that'd be great. I'd like to move to defer this till the second meeting in February, please.
There's been a motion to defer to the second meeting in February, properly seconded. Any discussion on the deferral motion?
Just a brief comment on the deferral. So where we are after discussion with NDOT and the administration and kind of BPAC stakeholders is I appreciate Director Alicon's really kind of expansive read of Vision Zero. And what I wanted to make sure of, and I think we're getting closer, is that we could sort of take a both-and approach, because Vision Zero is focused on safety historically. That's kind of what it is, right? You want to drive the number of pedestrian and cyclist fatalities to zero as a result of the 5 E's. And I think what she's looking at is that there could be a BPAC like extension, maybe even looking at a subcommittee here. And so before we work with the amendment and see if this is still necessary, I'd like to get through that deferral, have some more discussion, look at potential language that could enhance the existing Vision Zero action plan to make sure that the advisory work, and I've got some homework here too, where what I'm going to do is share with NDOT sort of a work history, some of which may exist only in documents that I've preserved, just across multiple administrations from that BPAC. And so once we shared that, they've reviewed, made sure that the kind of visions here are compatible. We'll come back in late winter and see where we are and possibly have, if not this, maybe a substitute. We're going to evaluate kind of a way to align these two visions, and appreciate the collaborative effort so far.
Thank you, Councilman O'Connell, for that very thorough explanation. Right now, we have a motion to defer the bill to the second meeting in February. The amendment has not been moved. Any discussion on the deferral motion? Seeing none, all in favor of the deferral motion? Any opposed? All right, the committee recommends deferral to the second meeting in February for the bill unamended. All right, that concludes our agenda today. Has anybody got anything they want to bring up before we conclude? Councilmember Henderson.
Thank you, Chair Pulley. I just wanted to bring to the committee's attention, we had a robust discussion about the smart parking management agreement in committee last week. That bill is on third reading. Subsequent to our committee meeting, came to our attention that we had a few housekeeping fixes for that, and that came up in discussion on second. Ms. Darby last week sent you kind of a detailed email reviewing our committee discussion, the budget and finance discussion, informational sheet, and the changes that are in the agreement. And so that will be before us on third reading this evening, Chair, but will require a suspension of the rules. And so just wanted to bring that to committee members' attention and request their support. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Henderson. Does anybody got anything they want to say about that? Councilmember Young, floor is yours.
Thank you, Chair. Not specifically about that, but it did remind me that last meeting we had legislation about traffic calming, and that legislation was ultimately withdrew. I have worked, or the council office has redrafted that, sans the how many per district per year or whatever, but and so it'll be on first reading at the next council meeting. So that would do everything that the previous bill was going to do, that I think everyone was in support of, especially as far as the developers and private entities being to pay for traffic calming things. It just would not require that every district get a project every however many years. And so that'll be on first reading at the next meeting. If that's something you want to sign on as a co-sponsor on, reach out to the council office. Thanks.
Thank you for that explanation. Appreciate you letting us know that's coming, Councilmember. Any other comments before we adjourn the meeting? Seeing none, okay. Thank you all for your attendance. We are adjourned.